Okay, y'all, so let's be getting started. So I just have just a little eyebrow brush and just a little flat concealer brush. Um, yeah, like so. And then I just got a little small stipple brush from e.l.f. So it's a, yeah, e.l.f. small stipple brush. I don't know where this from, but it's just a regular angled eyebrow brush. And this is the AOA Studio F16 brush from Shop Miss A. And I'm gonna do a haul from Shop Miss A at some point in time and give you guys the tea. But anyways, so I'm also going to be using my Fenty Beauty concealer in the color 330 to do my brows, as well as it's Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color dark brown. My eyebrows are not like arched or waxed yet. Like I need to do that definitely soon. So I'll probably do a video on that if you guys want to know how I arch my eyebrows at home. Just something quick. I'm sorry I look dusty, but that's the whole point of this video. We're gonna do a shake back. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows really quickly on the time lapse. But yeah, and I'll come back with the brows done. Okay, so I did my eyebrows. They look like so sharp and kind of thicker than I normally would like, but once again, I do need to do my eyebrows. So the next thing that I have is the NYX eyeshadow base, and it's the white one. So I'm back, and as you can see, I got this little pink action going on this side. So I'm gonna show y'all how to get it on this side. So I basically took my white base, and it's been sitting for a long time now. So I'm gonna be using three different palettes. Yeah, three different palettes for this look. So we have Afrique by Juvia's Place. We have the Jocelyn Hill palette in Volume 2. Really can't see that, yeah. And then of course we have the Morphe James Charles palette. Okay, so first thing first, for our base, we're gonna take this bright pink color in the bottom right. I'm gonna take that. I'm using this like little fluffy type brush. Most of my brushes I have for years. Like none of them are like really extremely name brand unless it's like a brush that came in an Etsy kit. So it's nothing too fancy. I like some of these brushes I got in like Dollar Tree. So they're like Wet n Wild brushes. So basically I'm applying that all over my lid because this is like my base color, which I'm going to be mixing and using to like create all of the other colors on top. Just blending that out here. Honestly, this side might end up looking better than this side. So boom, we got that like bright pink kapow. On top of that, I'm going to go in with it's a light pink color that's at the top of that on the James Charles palette, right above that pink I showed you. And I'm going to blend out this pink at the very top. I also use a little dap of positivity to create like a little bit of color, because like the pink by itself was a little ashy and I feel like I need a little color So I'm using Positivity, that's in the Jocelyn Hills palette. Going back in with the pink and just doing that to like blend the colors together. I'm going in a windshield wiper motion. Now I'm taking this Wet n Wild brush, just like a flat, like large eyeshadow base brush. I'm going into the color Tipsy Girl in that Jocelyn Hill palette. So it's like this bright pink that's right there. So I'm going in with this like large flat kind of eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit fluffy. Yes, a small eyeshadow brush. Don't know if this came in like a kit or something of makeup brushes from like Target. And I'm going into the color Dance Party that's in the Jocelyn Hill palette, as well as Oh Hello. And then after that, I'm going to go into Crazy. So first things first is Dance Party. And Dance Party is like this color right here. So I'm just kind of showing y'all. So I'm going in with Dance Party first. And then I'm going in with Crazy, which is more like a burgundy. No, Oh Hello, which is more like a maroon color or burgundy. And then Crazy, which is probably more of a maroon because it's like a darker color. I'm going on the outer corners of my eye with Dance Party. Once again, going in with windshield wiper motions. And then I'm going with Oh Hello just to deepen that some more. So I'm kind of going in like a this type of motion. So going from like a wing liner and then going in the crease. And then whenever you feel like you're just losing too much of another color, I always go back in and just add some more. So like I'm adding some more Tipsy because I'm losing that color. Going in with Oh Hello now. Go into Crazy. And then I'm also going to open my eyes and stick the brush in there and just kind of go back and forth so I really get my crease. I don't know about other eye types, but this kind of works for my eye type. Now I'm taking like this little small, it's a Luxie 243. It's a precision blending brush, and I'm going into the color Temptress. That's in the Jocelyn Hill palette. So it's like a black color, this bottom one, with a little bit of shimmer in it, or maybe that's like from other colors, probably from other colors. And then I'm just going in and doing kind of like I would do like an eyeliner. Going back and playing with the shades. I'm actually gonna just wet this brush a little bit because the color isn't adhering as much on this side. don't look as good as this side, but this side, it's just the black messed it up. The sadness. I could always just. Okay, the black wasn't that bad. I forgot that I wiped all the extra stuff off of the other eye, so that's why it looks as good as it does. As a matter of fact, I actually need to go back in and add some more of the black at the bottom where I added color, just to put back in what I missed. I erased. Now we're gonna go in to the Afrique by Juvia's Place palette, and we're gonna use the color Angelique. This one right here. So it's like a white shimmering. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's like a white shimmer, but it looks like it has a slight goldish undertone. And I'm going, instead of just dabbing it, I'm going in a slight tap swipe motion going down. I'm just taking a Garnier Skin Active cleansing towel, just makeup wipe, and just trying to get all this extra pink and wipe out the extra color that transferred to the bottom. As you see, like you see how that cleaned that up, and then wipe it off on the sides, making sure not to wipe off my concealer, but just enough to get the shadow that's right there. And then boom, so now we're gonna move on to the face. Okay, so I had already primed my face. I had already primed my face. So, and to prime my face, I used the Fenty Beauty ProFiltr primer, the hydrating primer, soft silk. And I'm also going for concealer. I'm using that Fenty Beauty in 330, as well as my Fenty Beauty hydrating foundation in the color 345 things. I may or may not be incorporating some of this Juvia's Place in the color Casablanca, which is 450, just for a different color. And I may or may not be using the Juvia's Place concealer in the color 15, just because the Juvia's Place are not really as much my color. But that's the thing, the Fenty kind of fits me more exact, or at least I like to think so. So yeah, so since I already did that, we're gonna do our concealer. Sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to blend it out using the Fenty Beauty Blender. Meantime, I'm going to do my eyeliner. Okay, so I'm going to be using the NK Makeup Liquid Eyeliner. I just got this at the beauty supply store, my local beauty supply. I like this one because it's actually pretty dark. Like some liners are not as dark, and it has a felt tip. Some people don't like a felt tip, but I actually kind of like using a felt tip. So I'm just going to create a line. And then I'm aligning my eyes. Let me come in closer so y'all can like really see. is a little trick that I saw, and a little hack. It's kind of for hooded eyes. I feel like I have hooded eyes, so we're gonna try it. So I'm going to draw to where, so basically I'm connecting to the line from like my cut crease. From my cut crease, and then I'm going to draw a line downwards. And then I'm just gonna fill that whole little gap in. And now about to blend in this concealer. Okay, so I blended that all in, and I'm just doing a little bit more just in case. So now you know what? I did get a little bit too. Blend that out. So I'm also going to use a little bit of the Maybelline New York Dream Urban Cover in the color 340 Cappucino, because it's a little bit dark, like it's darker. And let me blend those two together. Yeah, that's the color I want. And I also wanted to try just a little hack about powder. I want all of this on the back of my hand, so I'm gonna add a good amount. Actually, I really did not need that much. I wish I could put it back in, but I can't. And then I'm putting a little bit of the Banana Deep. I don't have any translucent powder. So I'll be using that. I'm just gonna have to, it's creating a mess, a big mess. But I'm like creating like a color on the back of my hand. So now, oh, let me spray my setting spray. Try like a setting spray hair. Okay, so I'm back and I blended everything out. So now I'm going to be using the True Complexion Contour Palette, light to medium from Black Radiance. You can get this at Walmart. That's where I got mine from. I'm going to be using the contour shade, and then I also have this bronzer from Morphe in the color Blogger. I got this as part of like an Ipsy thing. It's like, I've had it for a while. And I'm also going to be using the Revolution Banana Deep Baking Powder. So for the brushes, for the powder, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. powder brush. For my contour, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild contour brush, angled brush. And then I'm going to be using this all over face brush for my bronzer. Just because I watched a little video, saw a little hack, taking a little bit, and I'm just sticking it back in there. I'm just going to brush under the areas. Contour shade. large forehead, so we're gonna try to make it look smaller. Cause that bad boy is big. Big, 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 big. I got some in my eye, y'all. And then just catch that on the chin, cause your girl need to be doing some chin ups. Some chin ups. Cause I have a double chin. It's like now we're going with the bronzer with this all over face brush. Get that, y'all see that? Get it going. And just kind of, I'm gonna apply this more towards like where my highlight would be. I tried to follow what that guy said. Obviously this isn't the bronzer for me to do that. Like, makeup is cute. Makeup is cute. We just gotta get that this little square. It's a flat definer brush. We're gonna use that to define our nose with powder because I don't have any cream. All of that. Now it's time for a little blush. So for the blush, I'm using the Zulu by Hughlighter Place palette. It's broken. I'm using this little pink shade, and I'm gonna use the same. Actually, we're gonna use this brown shade for another little bronzer because I feel like who can be bronze enough? Just to add slight color. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the pink. Wait. Now we're gonna go in with the pink. And when you do your blush, you want to have a fluffy brush like this, so your color can distribute nicely. We're not gonna do the smile to see where your cheeks are because your cheeks gonna drop back down. So I'm just gonna do a regular monotone face, and we're gonna brush backwards into the temple. You see, like I'm going into the temple, and then we're also gonna add a little bit more color back into the face. So basically, where we put our bronzer, brush a little bit over the nose. So we got that down. Now time for our highlights. So I'm taking this large Fern brush, and then now I'm gonna take the highlight powder in the color Glowden by Crayon Case, and a little goes a long way with this. So I'm actually going to use a different shade underneath, like a little eyeshadow. Is it in here? Matter of fact, we're gonna use Kofi in the color in the Afrique by Zulu's palette because I don't feel like searching through my other palettes. Use the lid because a little goes a long way. So we're using the lid, and I just like lightly tapped it in there. Like, look how much product, baby. She knows what she be doing. Barely swiped it in like a highlight. Like, you see that? Did y'all see that highlight? Baby, let me. Do you see that? I'm blinding people, okay? We're blinding people. I don't even have like lashes right now. I just got this, like, I got a pack or something from TJ Maxx, and this is some Boss Babe lashes. And some fall lashes in the color in Boss Babe. So it's pretty dramatic because you can't have a monochrome pink eye look and nothing dramatic. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put my lashes on, figure out a lip combo, come back, hair done, probably a new outfit, cause this ain't it. And we're gonna be a baddie. Period. Okay, so I am back and I decided to go with, oh Lord, where did I set it at? I decided to go with Fern by the Crayon Case. And I outlined my lips with that, and I just put a little bit. And the only other thing I used was this NYX gloss in the color Ballerina Pink. Yeah, Ballerina Pink. And I didn't do nothing else special, like line my lips or nothing. And this is it, the finished product.